And another thing is, don't be buying things that you're not capable of caring for. For example, a lot of dry clean pieces. If you're not one that goes to the laundromat regularly, then it will be easier to get pieces that either you hand wash or you're using a washing machine, maybe on a delicate cycle. If your machine has hand wash cycle or just normal, and you want to care for your clothes in the best way possible. Don't use harsh detergents. Don't use bleach unless you necessarily have to. Even those little blue square things that they use on the white clothes, you want to use the product sparingly. And maintenance, don't just put all the clothes in the basket and as you take it off of the line, you just shove it in the basket and you just push it out. And it's not until you're ready to use it, you flip it out, you shake it up and then you put it on, or you might iron it, right? It's good to sometimes hang your clothes up. Even when you wash certain delicate pieces, put it on a hanger and hang it up outside, especially if you don't want the hanger marks on your clothes. So like that would be for like delicate pieces. If you don't want to have, again, the same hanger marks, you can get, they have this thing, I don't know what the name of it is, but you can just like flip the clothes over it so it dries naturally, but it's not pinned onto a line, right? And again, use of hangers, fold your clothes nicely. You know, pants is not supposed to really be folded like just close it and bend. You have to keep it so you have the seams on the front. And then you iron. Please make use of an iron. Irons are important, even if it's a t-shirt. You know, you want to look crisp when you go out, you want to look fresh. Sometimes I don't really care. Like if I'm in a rush, I may forget, but then sometimes I just say, I have to go back for my iron and I can't leave the house looking like that. You know, even if you're maybe 5 minutes late, but it's just, you know, you want to have a nice appearance, a clean appearance, right? So care for your clothes and store them properly, wash them properly, and wash them regularly. I know I clicked on this, but let me go back a little bit. Your undergarments. Underwear should be washed every time you wear them, not your bras. Your underwear, your panties, you wash them every time you wear them, not flip them on the other side. Fix them again. I don't know, I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's totally fine if you don't have an entire box or entire bin of underwear, but you know there's nothing wrong with going through that night. There's nothing wrong with not wearing any underwear at night, if it is that you don't have a lot, or at least wash them every day, you know? And next thing too is with your bras, it's not meant to be washed regularly. With your bras, I know sometimes you may sweat and stuff, because I used to be a person that used to wash my bras every week, because once I see any kind of dirt or I feel like I sweat, like I just need to wash you. But the thing is, when you wash bras, it changes the shape of the bra and doesn't fit as well and it doesn't last as long. Imagine going to Victoria's Secret and paying $40 US for a bra, or ordering it online, and the bra ain't last you a good 6 months. And then you think it is Victoria's Secret fault. They sent you a cheap bra from China, right? No. It's a matter of how you care for your things. And it also has to do with how you care for yourself. If you care for yourself to the best that you can, you will care for your things that way as well. Right? So bras, always take your time when washing them. I would say sometimes wash them. I mean, it's good to not wear the same bra every day. If you do, that's fine. But the reason why is because the elasticity in it goes on faster when you wear them every single day. So at least if you wear them, like if you have a black and let's say a nude color, switch them up every other day, and instead of just putting them in a bin or anything, you can even put them on a hanger so the shape of it doesn't change. One thing that happens a lot is the front end start to curl. So you can just hang them up or even just lay them flat, and if you're going to stack them up one on top of the other, you put them so the cups are all inside each other. If you have limited space, you turn, I don't know if I can try to do this. Let's see if I can try to make it visually. You take it, the open bra, you put them together and you turn the two cups so they both go the same direction. Right? And that will just keep the shape of the bra from changing. Okay? Next one, appropriate styles for your individual body. Now this is an important point. Not everything you see and you like will work for you. You have to identify what is your body shape. And there's 4 types. You have the pear shape, you have the apple shape, you have the banana shape / rectangle shape, and then you have the hourglass shape. Now, I'll just skip ahead a little bit just so that. So hourglass is mostly where you're heavy on the top, heavy on the bottom, but super skinny on the inside. Right? Well, not actually, but actually. So you have a bit of boobs, you have some hips, you have some bump, but your waist is pretty petite. And when you dress for a shape like that, you want to more accentuate your waist. So because you don't want to add pieces that would make your boobs look bigger or make your hips look bigger, and it diverts from your actual shape. There's nothing wrong with any of the shapes. You have to flaunt what you have. Right? So if you have an hourglass shape, you want to highlight your curves, you want to emphasize your waist. Things like wearing a belt, even crop tops, because it seems like it's a trend that would never go. Crop tops, a wrap dress, even wide leg pants, anything that tapers to your waist, do that, right? So then we have apple, the apple shape, which is, can you guess? Small at the top and big at the bottom. Picture apple. So it's big at the top and small at the bottom, right? And it's also called top hip, right? So you minimize your midsection and you want to highlight your shoulders and your legs. So you try to take away the attention from here. So you won't be wearing a lot of sparkly, bedazzled, embellished, or ruffled pieces to draw the eye here. You want to draw the eyes to more your face, more your legs, and keep everything balanced off, right? Now, some ideas of pieces would be a flowy top, because you don't want it to be too tight here, especially if you're wearing something tight in the bottom and tight on the top. You wear something tight on the bottom, you wear something flowy on top. You could even switch it up and wear something flowy on the bottom and something tight on the top. It's all a matter of proportion and volumes. Next, you would use something like a high-waisted circus skirt. You know what a circus skirt is, right? Also a shift dress, which is loose, it doesn't fit too tight on your body. That dress can work for 3 out of the 4 styles, the body shape, sorry. Now, another one would be the banana or the rectangle type shape. Now, in a situation like that, you want to highlight the thinnest part of your waist so your hips and your bust appear larger. Does that make any sense? You want to highlight the thinnest part of your waist because your hips and your bust appear larger. Because with a rectangle shape, it's like you don't have no curves. You just look like this. There's nothing wrong. No judgment being on nobody's body types. But you want to use things, you want to wear things that will work for you. So like tapered pants. So skinny pants, or you don't have to be fitted at the bottom. It could just be a straight leg pants. So you call those tapered. It goes in at the bottom. Or better known as gunbound pants, right? Mini skirts and then tops with a little bit of ruffles here. Because you want to give the illusion that you have a little bit more hair and less down here. So you kind of always have to switch it up a little bit and show balance where you need to, right? And the last type of shape would be, can you guess? The pin, right, perfect. And that one would be the reverse of the apple, which is small at the top, heavy at the bottom, right? So you want to have an elongated and balance your figure by accentuating your top half. So you don't need to be wearing a lot of brightly colored pants, brightly colored skirts. Well, I would be considered a pear shape because I'm a little bit smaller at the top than I am at the bottom. So things like off the shoulder tops with like a little flare dress in the bottom that kind of hides the hip now and then when I don't want it to be shown, or an A-line skirt. So you have the flare skirt and you have the A-line skirt. The A-line is just a little fitted and then it slowly flares out, right? So you have those types of and you have to now find the styles that would work for each. And other than styles, you have to look at color, you have to look at patterns, you have to look at accessories. So there's so many different tidbits, but when we go down a little lower down, we're gonna try to get a little bit more interactive and see how we can start pulling some of your looks together right on the spot, right? Yeah. That's what you wear. You may select the right clothes, but neglecting personal hygiene can ruin the image you wish to present. Hygiene and grooming and just the personal care tips and tricks that you need for yourself, that is a key component before you go there and you put all the clothes and the makeup and all the fancy stuff on. You need to take care of yourself first, right? So here's a little checklist of proper grooming habits here, which Janelle so nicely, eloquently described for you on how to care for your hair. But you want to make sure that your hair is clean and neatly styled. No wet hair, no over-the-top colors or hairstyles. That is a very important thing.
And it makes you feel confident.
Yes.
The piece makes you feel elevated.
Oh. But you look fine. Anybody else want to tackle the first thing? What does their image today say about them?
It's professional image. It's what you portray.
Yeah.
You come in here to a professional,
Phenomenal woman.
Phenomenal woman. That is a professional.
You don't want to look the part. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to underdo it. Just try to be there in the middle.
Yeah.
Make sure that what you wear is appropriate to what you think you might be hearing. You don't want to present it to say something that doesn't say local terms fall in your lap.
Yeah.
So we try to be the part as to what you're saying.
Well, come on, take a look tomorrow. World. Okay.
Just like when we go to work also.
Yes.
Actually, this is me.
I love
So I
it.
carry myself. If I go to work, some of you may not know, but I work with the Junior Achievement Program.
Wow.
And we work with kids. So when you stand in front of a classroom speaking to students, they need to believe what you say to them. And you need to look the part.
And she looks the part, right? Thank you so much. Anybody else? Can I call on one person? Anybody?
Because I picked up the jeans and I went back.
Right, straight to the point. That's all. Don't have to be much. Thank you. Now the second part, does my image match the way I want people to perceive me? Anybody want to tackle that? Okay, start with me. I think I could use some harsh criticism. Does my image match the way I want people to perceive me? I want people to perceive me as being strong, confident. Know what I'm talking about? That I'm fashionable. I might be looking very basic and minimal today, but this is me. But does my image match that? The things that I'm saying? Okay. Right? Does it? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Anybody? Please? I really don't like boring sessions where people just sit down and just absorb things and just like
Probably give them an incentive.
maybe I should.
Pursue my
Who wants a gift? Oh, thank you. So I'll give away a gift if somebody comes in. Tells the crowd what they're trying to project and if it matches what they're saying. Then what's the gift? What's the gift?
Get voucher to Le Chateau restaurants.
Any foodies in the house? Anybody? I'm gonna let that get voucher go. But I should take it for myself because I just did it. No one? I think you could even use the microphone if you want to. Because we need to see you. The switch is probably not on.
This is the same as simple, right? times I like to be sophisticated, but today I was wearing heels, to be honest with you, this morning. But it was as I was coming out of the vehicle, and I always have a flat in my bag. So I didn't want to wear a flat today, but I had to wear it. I had no choice, right?
That is fine.
So I'm a simple person, and I want people to see me as that. And I wore this shirt because of the occasion. I didn't want to, be like too rude or, sleeveless. I just want to be appropriate for the occasion. And, well, jeans, because it's Saturday and it's casual. Of course. So, well, I hope you all think that's simple.
Do you? Do you guys hear it simple? I agree with you.
I wanted it to be like, I wanted to have a younger look. Okay. I didn't wear like big earrings and too much makeup.
I think no woman should ever say that they want to look simple. You want to feel comfortable. You want to feel like you didn't make much of an effort. You want your look to look effortlessly, but not simple. Because you guys don't think she looks simple, right? The top alone is like, wow. Someone disagree? What? So come on, emotions.
I disagree.
Say it again.
I disagree.
Wait, you disagree?
Yeah.
You think she looks simple?
Yeah, she looks simple because that's my coworker.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, she looks simple?
Yeah.
I know she's not simple. Okay. Because I know she's not simple. She's just saying to me, she feels like being simple.
Dress a lot, so she's simple today.
Exactly. And how about the last one? How can I make it fit my desired personal brand? Any of you here, if you think from all that I've said, you think you kind of have the idea of what your personal brand is? Do you think how you dress today shows us that that is an example of your personal brand? Yeah. Stand up, let me see. Wow, so look at that. And the rest of you, is it that you're still trying to find your personal brand, or you feel like today just didn't care, you just find whatever you can find and put on? But thank you ladies for standing. Very brave of you. So I hope that this personal assessment you would take home with you and slowly start to assess. You're going to start to analyze, you're going to start to write down, you're going to start doing some research and start finding your brand. And it's the same jacket. So you could find quality signature pieces that can reflect your individual style and that you can mix and match. So it's the same jacket.
Same hairstyle.
Yes, the same hairstyle, the same shoes, the same watch, and I bet that this, no, that's different shirts, the polka dot shirt, that was a scarf. But she changed her bottoms and some of her shirts. And she threw that back with that one in the front there, right?
Yes, it's the same person.
It's the same person? Yes! Yes, it's the same person. So again, you do not have to have a wardrobe with the extensive latest fashions. And we said fashion refer to what's trending now. And style is your personal style, your individuality, what reflects your personal brand, right? And some last tips for you to remember, I don't have it up here. The key is presenting an image that says you are confident, credible, trustworthy, and approachable. And yes, dress can do that for you. Now, first impression is always visual. Always remember that when you're going into an interview. Even if you already have a job, always remember that when you go into the workplace and you have to meet a new client, a new customer, a new co-worker, a new boss. Always remember your first impression is always visual, and you only have one opportunity to make that first impression. Even if you're having a bad day, if you meeting somebody for the first time, suck it up. Or even if you can't exude that type of behavior at the time, but at least make sure you're looking the part. And if it's something that you try to do every single day, it's going to be so easy for you to accomplish that you don't even have to put that much thought into it anymore. Right? Sloppy dress equals sloppy work. Ever heard that term? And if you have an inappropriate appearance, it leads to questionable behavior. If you don't look the part, they wonder, did we really pick this person for the job? Is she the right fit? Or maybe she looked good on the first day and then as she gets the job, she still just got back to, you know? So you always want to be consistent again, right? Good grooming, remember that. Always stay neat, clean, and pressed. And yes, remember to use and right. Dress for the industry or position you are aspiring to attain. Better to be more formal than underdressed, right? Develop a signature style. Always try to develop a signature style. There must be something that is going to make you stand out from the person next to you. Other than your skin color, other than your shape, other than your features, your hair, there must be something else that's going to stand out from the person next to you. Don't distract from your message. So, if it is that you are again going for an interview, make yourself look like a qualified candidate. Even though you may not have all of the requirements that they need on a resume, but let them see it, right? And the primary goal at the end of all of this is to feel good. You have to feel good while you're doing it. Don't feel like anybody's forcing you to do anything. Don't do it because you think you have to. Yes, you have to, but you have to want to, right? And I'm going to leave this last quote for you. Dress shabbily and they remember the dress. Dress impeccably and they remember the woman. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm leaving the floor open now for a little Q&A. If you have any questions for me, maybe a little giveaway or something will even happen as well. Any questions?
I have a question.
Sure.
Being pear-shaped, right? Means that we have butt, legs, and all of that. Wear the mini skirts, because for me, I do not really wear mini skirts because I think there's so much going on there. Like, I don't really want to put all that outside there. So most of I try to go for something longer, so that's okay too.
Yeah, once you have a conservative style, yes, they may give you guidelines on different styles that would work for the different shapes, but you also have to be comfortable with what you're wearing. So if you don't prefer any type of that mini skirt type style and you want to do something longer, you can probably, instead of making it too loose fitting, you kind of try to keep it a little bit more tapered, right? You can still be conservative and still look your best, right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Woo!